Hey, what's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here once again. How do you get an 800 credit score? That's right, 800 credit score. Yes, people want to know because at the higher credit scores, we're in the 700s, the 720s, the 760s, 780s, 800s, you can get better terms for your loans, for your mortgage, for your car, for your business credit, that kind of stuff, right? So everybody wants to know, hey, how do I get an 800 credit score? So 35% is your payment history, your credit score, your FICO score, your FICO score. 35% of that score is made up of your payment history. So we talk about it time and time again. You got to get these late payments, these charge-offs, these collections, these foreclosures, these repossessions, whatever it may be, off of those credit reports. And you can dispute these negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified accounts, okay? You can get the package at 609creditrepair.com. Get that Beyond Committed package, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, all right? So, all on-time payment history, pretty much. Lottie-dottie, everybody, 100% on-time payment history. You can do it. We know you can do it. All right? No collections, no public records, no negative accounts. Okay, that's really going to help. Now, the other big chunk, 30%, is your amount of debt. Okay? Amount of debt. So available credit versus how much is used. Your credit utilization. You want to keep that credit utilization under 7%. Yes, that's right. For the highest achieving FICO scores, for those 800 FICO scores, you want to have under 7%. So, in the beginning, you're working on your credit, you want to get it under 30%, then under 10%, then under 7%. You're saying, how do I do that? What's a good way of doing that? Now, you can pay off your cards, your revolving balances, your credit cards and charge cards every month. You're saying, oh, shouldn't I keep a little balance? Shouldn't I have something that you don't have to do that? I personally pay my stuff, my balances off every month, and I'm in the 800s. So you can pay that off. And you say, hey man, do I have to use every available credit card? Do I have to? No. You can utilize three accounts every month. Okay, I'm doing that. That's how I'm up in the 800s. You don't have to use all, well, I've got this many credit cards. Don't have to keep balance here, a little bit there, a little bit there. Don't have to use it. No, you don't have to. 3 revolving, at least 3 revolving. Okay, you can use more, but at least 3 revolving and pay them off. Now, when I say revolving, those are your credit cards and charge cards. Okay, charge cards, the Amex, that have to be paid off every month anyway. Yes, so 3 of those, keeping your utilization down, your balances down, paying on time, all on time payment history, no negative accounts. Now, 15% is your length of credit history. Now, even when I first started out and I got my negative, nasty, erroneous items off of my credit reports, I didn't have a ton of history, but I still was in the 800s. So you don't have to have a ton of history. Obviously, this is only 15%, so it's not like the majority, but you want to have good, positive history, and as much as you can, long history. So average age of accounts. So you take all the accounts and they average them up, right? They want to make sure that they're not all just one old account and then a bunch of new accounts. Yeah, so they average them up together. So the highest FICO achievers, the average age of accounts is 9 years or more. Now, at the time when I first had all those negative, nasty, erroneous items removed, I didn't have that much history. It still was in the 800s, but you want to have as much history as you can. And so doing that, I've had individuals write in and say, hey man, can I close this card? Can I close that card? If you can keep a card open, if you can do that, for whatever it may be, you might have an annual fee, you might want to call and have them waive it or whatever it might be. If you can keep it open, do your best to keep it open, all right? So, age of oldest account. And the highest FICO achievers, the age of the oldest account that was open is 25 years. Now, I didn't have all that when I first started out, okay? Still don't have, I don't think I have one account that's 25 years old, right? So, still in the 800s. So again, this is just a portion of it, something to consider and to take into consideration as you move forward. Now, amount of new credit. 10% is the amount of new credit. Now, new credit, I'm talking about these hard inquiries. They're talking about, are they getting a bunch of credit all at once? Now, this is what, when I first started out, I got all the negative items off my credit report. I was up in the 800s. I started getting new credit. I had travel credit cards so I could travel the world, for free with the credit card sign-up bonuses. I had cashback cards. I had business credit. So my credit score at first came down out of the 800s and the 700s. Then I let it come back up, and now I'm back in the 800s. And yes, age of the most recently opened account. Highest FICO achievers have not opened an account in about 2 years. Okay, about 2 years. Actually, they say 2 years and 6 months since most recently opened account. And the number of recent inquiries in the past applicants and the highest FICO achievers, 70% of them don't have a hard inquiry in the past year. Okay, so there's a little bit of a, hey, do you have new credit? Do you have hard inquiries? So really it's about a year or two, they're not really applying for credit. In some cases, in some situations, it looks really good if you haven't applied for any credit in 2 years when purchasing a home, when getting a mortgage. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that can be very helpful. Now, 10% is your credit mix, okay? 10% is your credit mix. So, we've talked about this before. What they're looking for is the highest FICO achievers, the people up in the 800s, tend to have 12 revolving balances. Those are your credit cards and your charge cards. Now, I'm not saying to go get it all at once, okay? Over time, you can build up to that. Again, when I first started out and I got all these negative, nasty, erroneous items off there, I didn't have 12. I had some good positive history that was left over after getting my negative accounts off of there. But I didn't have 12 and I still was in the 800s. Over a period of time, you can build, boom, boom, boom. You get 12 revolving. Now, if you've got store cards, you do not have to have store cards to get in the 800s. You don't have to. But if you do only 5 store cards, the rest have to be big bank cards. Okay, so the other 7 have to be big bank cards. I'm going to talk about the Chases, the Cities, the places, the regular cash credit cards, right? We can use anywhere. Installment loans are part of this credit mix. So the highest FICO achievers have 5 installment loans, whether they're paid and closed or open and being utilized right now. You say 5, that seems like a lot. Well, you always got that self-dotty, a couple of cars, a home. There's 4 right there, right? And that could be paid and in good standing, paid in good standing, or paid and closed in good standing, or being currently utilized and paid. Okay, and all of this, 35%, 30%, 15%, 10%, 10% makes up your FICO score. Okay, you can take a look. Obviously, if it works for you, you can go to myfico.com, get the FICO score. Take a look, see what's on your credit reports. If you've got negative, nasty, erroneous collections, charge-offs, whatever it is, all right, 609creditrepair.com. You get that Beyond Committed package, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Please give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, try button, and until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.